Hi everyone, it's Greg from Digital Lifestyle Adventure. For those who have been following me for the past couple months, you know that daily or near daily I've been doing a post on my way into work. But of course now with the crisis that we're in, I'm no longer going into work every day. So I'm doing these posts, as I can while I'm, driving to the store or driving somewhere else. So welcome to today's post. What I want to talk about today is basically the current crisis that we're in and the anticipated passage of the CARES Act, which will provide small businesses, among other things, provide small businesses with SBA loans. And I want to describe that and basically talk about how it's going to affect commercial real estate, which is a business that I'm involved directly in. And I'm sure many people watching this are either involved directly in commercial real estate or indirectly, to the extent that you go to stores or do any shopping other than what's done online. Okay? So hold on one sec. Let's get fired up here and let's get going. All right. So most of you are probably aware, as a response to the current crisis, the government has responded. The Trump administration, along with Congress, has responded by coming up with a huge $2 trillion aid package, which is essentially, massive fiscal support for the economy. Fiscal meaning government spending, basically, as opposed to monetary, which is the Fed, which has also been enormously supportive to the markets. But this is intended to get the country through a difficult period and to help large and small businesses be able to navigate through this situation. But the part of the bill that I am going to be talking about today and am mostly concerned with, since I'm in the real estate business, is the portion of the bill that gives approximately $350 billion as aid to small businesses. Okay? A very large percentage of the United States, last number I heard, 75% of people in the United States work for small businesses. Small businesses as defined by 500 people or less. And coincident with that, commercial real estate is very dependent upon small business for its survival, because many tenants, both in the office market and in retail, are small businesses. Okay? So it's the very fabric of the United States economy, and I think that this aid package is very intelligently put together, in the sense that it specifically carves out a portion of it to help these small businesses. And the way it's going to work is, I just got finished reading a review of it. The Small Business Administration, the SBA, which is normally responsible for making government-backed small business loans, is basically going to be making loans under a new program. I think it's called 7A, Section 7A, where basically anybody who can prove that they have a business, that they're paying employees to work there, and had a lease in place as of February 15th, 2020, can qualify for this loan. It's not based on credit. It's just based on a few characteristics to basically, prove that you're in business, which is wonderful, because most people, other than that, wouldn't qualify. And what's really great about it, at least for the businesses and as it relates to commercial real estate, is that they can borrow up to 2 months of their proven operating expenses, including rent and or debt service, and most importantly, salaries that they're paying to their employees. So this is a really great thing because it's going to be adding liquidity to the market and really helping out small businesses navigate this terrible government-imposed shutdown that we basically have. And, you know, the thought being it gives 2 months of relief, basically. They can borrow the money, and there's a whole provision in there for debt forgiveness, which, in essence, assuming that they qualify, which the qualifications are pretty easy to do, it equates to a grant. It's structured as a loan, but it's basically equates to a grant that the government is just basically giving these small businesses, you know, to get them through this this horrible time period. Now, the way this affects commercial real estate is pretty obvious. It puts the leases of these small businesses under one of the categories that they can be reimbursed under this program for, and so it indirectly provides 2 months of liquidity to landlords so that they can keep their their loans current, and so that this, what started as a health crisis and was turned into an economic crisis by the government basically reacting to the health crisis, won't turn into a banking crisis, right? Because if everybody stops paying and all of these trillions and trillions of dollars of commercial real estate loans all default at once, it's going to turn into a major banking crisis that will make 2008 look like a picnic, okay? So this has been very cleverly crafted. Now you can argue it was too much or too little or whatever, but this is very cleverly crafted by the folks in the Trump administration, and I guess this proves that it's helpful to have a real estate developer as president who understands basically the issues and understands the economic realities of how things actually work in the world, since most politicians do not. Most politicians have no practical business knowledge and are either lawyers or just, political hacks in general. I think a tremendous amount of expertise was brought to the table both by Trump himself and by Mnuchin and the various people that he surrounds himself with. And I think that this is a very well thought out, very intelligent approach to saving not only small business, but indirectly saving, or at least bridging, the commercial real estate market to a point where the health side of the equation flattens out, and the economy can, if not get back to normal, at least be on a footing where it's functioning. Now, ultimately this 2-month period may prove to not be enough, but I think most people in Congress and the administration have left the door open to potentially further funding or expanding the program. So my intent here with this channel is not to debate the political aspect of this. I know there are people on both sides of the equation here that, on the left, for example, that call it a bailout of business or a bailout of corporations and landlords, the evil landlords out there. But those people that make those arguments, in my view, have absolutely no understanding of business or no understanding of the economy, and they are making a purely ideological argument that has no basis in fact or understanding of the economy. So anyway, we'll see how it plays out, but I think this is a real boon for commercial real estate. I think it's good for the country. It's good for small business. And basically, at the end of the day, what's good for small business is good for the country. So that's my analysis for today. We'll see how it plays out. The House, supposedly, it's Friday. The House supposedly is going to vote on it today. And it's going to get to the president's desk as soon as possible. At the time I'm doing this taping, there were some people, in Congress, senators, Congress people, etc., that are, still questioning it and may hold up the vote a little bit. But I think bottom line is it's going to get passed, and it's good for the country. And everybody should benefit at least directly or indirectly from it. Okay, so that's my post for today. I want everybody to stay healthy and try to observe, all the social distancing and all the things that we're putting in place to try to quell this thing. And if you like this post, please like it below and also subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be coming out with not only some more content regarding, again, business, investment, and real estate, but I'm also going to be coming out with some specific instructional videos to teach you some of the things that I've learned over the years. All right? So thanks again for watching, and stay safe, people. Okay, take care. Bye.